O-N. Okay. All right, everybody have that one done?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, how much time have we got? Okay, let's go back and let's do some of this map too while we're doing maps. So, go back one on page 26. Okay. And we're going to use the same key we did on the other one. So use the same colors. So let's make a key off the side.
Hi.
Again, I'm going to do, for me, I'm going to do purple. And these are my countries. I'm going to do red for locations. And again, if you don't have the colored pens, just use colored pencil. This one, you're going to need a third color if you happen to have one. And this one might be a good one for a colored pencil. So I'm actually going to grab a colored pencil too. A little pencil pouch thing. Well, of course, mine aren't sharpened. Yuck. Okay. So this third color is your, what should I call it? What did I call it back here? Sorry guys, give me a second.
This is...
Yeah, okay. Let's call it other. Okay, so other. I don't like that. Not sharpened at all. Uh-oh. Hi! I gotta switch it back, guys. You get timed out. And Maddie, I think we figured out that what you were seeing for recording was my screen, not yours. Oops, I didn't mean to do that either. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so. What did I do? Not cool.
Wow.
My document camera doesn't like me to move it once it's recording.
Oh.
I didn't even do anything on that one. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody doing something through my computer.
Nope.
Let's try it again. Okay. I didn't do it. Well.
This computer doesn't like you, Mrs. Young.
I guess not. It was doing just fine. It just doesn't want any part of it right now for some reason. I didn't do anything.
Bad computer.
We can dismiss class early.
No. Good try. Good try.
Annoying computer.
This is weird. Okay. Try again.
Math is right after this, so no, we can't dismiss class early.
Yeah, you guys need math.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try again. Cross your fingers and your toes. All right.
No.
Well, so much for lovely technology, right?
When she's putting on the other screen, it switches to her screen.
Isn't Mrs. Stribling next to Aurelian, so couldn't she just help you?
This is
Sorry,
bad.
I was doing something else. What? Hop up for a minute, buddy. What's wrong?
I don't know. For some reason, I think it timed me out and now it won't let me even do anything.
The document camera, you mean?
Yeah. So I closed it, and now I'm trying to get it to do it again. And like all I do is move the window and out.
I can't see.
Everyone
I
wants
can't
me
see
to
your.
click for it.
Hey, if you're a student, please mute your mic. I can't see your screen. All it shows me is your initial.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it got timed out from the meeting. Let me go back. Well, it says I'm still presenting. Let me stop presenting and try again.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, why not?
Apparently something worked.
Well,
Although all we still see is your initial.
yeah. Well, it won't let me unmute my. Oh, there it goes.
There's your camera.
Okay, so maybe I was muting my camera through presenting or something. Let me try again. Maybe my mouse was over it and I didn't know it or something.
That could be.
Okay, so let me that again.
There's you.
That again. Hi. Let's try this again. Okay.
We're making.
See, it won't stay on that camera.
Can you? And now it's back to your initial. Can you shut your webcam off?
I can try. Let me check what this one's on too. Okay, this one. Let me do this. And then come here. Yeah, it keeps going. So is my webcam in my settings?
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm not seeing it. Devices now.
Were you going to the David Livingston thing?
I was trying to do the map with them, but I can try to do the David Livingstone thing instead.
I didn't know what you were going to. I'm not at this point. I'm not much help because I'm not there to see it.
Right. It's still not presenting, like you're not seeing my screen.
No, I see your initial and that's it.
That's not cool, man. Well, let me do that. Okay, my camera back on. But it's not showing anything, is it?
No. There it is.
There's that. It won't let me do it through the thing, so I can't record anymore.
But I'm still recording.
Okay. Then we may just do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So let's go back at this map. Sorry for that. We're just going to try it this way. So everybody can see that, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's start and let's at least do the countries and then maybe we'll wait and do the other stuff a different day. So I'm going to start over here. So this is England. It's smaller than the other one we just did, but it's England. So you have to write really small, or I'm actually going to put an arrow out and write it out here. Okay. So England is this island. Okay. And then we're only going to label some of these countries, not all of them. We're just going to do some of the main ones where he'll be traveling and stuff, and some that you're familiar with that are nearby. So if I go directly this way from England, this is France. Okay. And then directly northwest of that, or yeah, northeast, sorry, is Germany. And then directly south or down and off to the west is Spain. Okay, so I've got England, France, Spain, and Germany.
My battery's almost dead. Should I go ask Kendall about that?
Yeah, you probably should. It's gotta be a charger somewhere, Brandon. All right. The guy with the boot is Italy. We need to make sure we know about that one. So Italy. Hey, see, it does it every time I adjust my camera, guys. Sorry.
I have no idea why it does that.
I don't either. There we go. Okay, we're not.
Seriously?
Yeah. It keeps going back and forth. It's weird. Well.
Hey, Miss Young, can you hear me?
Yes, Jake.
It's still going on to our initial.
Hold on, guys. This is weird. I think it's trying to focus and it's not, so it's cutting off. Okay. I'm gonna have to leave it like that, guys. If every time I zoom in, it gets mad at me. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's find, we need to do Turkey. So
What's that little tiny one by France and Germany?
this guy right here?
Yeah.
This is Italy.
Italy? Okay.
Yeah. Urgh. I didn't touch it that time.
That computer is so horrible.
I think anytime I adjust too much, so I can't put my hands. Okay, so this guy, when you put Turkey here, so he's kind of in the middle, I know, but you know about Turkey. Urgh. Doesn't like me moving my hands underneath the camera for some reason. Okay, and then we need to do Egypt and Sudan and Ethiopia because we're going to go in there in a little bit. So Egypt is here. Sudan is directly below that. And then Ethiopia is over here on the right. Okay, so we need to put Egypt, Sudan, and Ethiopia. Because we're going to trail the Nile River at some point. Okay, and then way over here, we're going to put India, because India is a big part of this story also. Okay, so India is over here. And I think that's all the countries we're going to do for today, because we're having issues with the camera anyway. And we'll switch over to listening on the book.
Are we supposed to answer the questions as we go?
Yeah, so we have the map. If not, turn off your mic and let me know, please. Okay. All right, so go back to the front and find your chapter 1. Okay, and as you're listening, answer these. So I would look them over while I'm getting this set up. I'm going to have to, I couldn't, in order to record, well, I guess now that this is Stribling's recording, I wouldn't necessarily have to use a document camera, actually. Let me pull this up. Okay, so I'm going to have the audio going, and then I'm also going to have on my screen the book. Okay, can everybody see that book right there? You should be able to see my screen.
I see your icon.
Okay, let me
too.
try to do this way. Present. And
Oh,
do this. Okay. All right, now can you see my book?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so if you have a question during this, just put it over in the chat. I'll leave the chat box up also. And I can respond to you through chat without interrupting the book. All right. Other than that, you guys need to mute it, and I'm going to get the audio going, and we should be starting. So, all right, here we go.
Not a small one,
Whoops.
but one. Best-selling Christian Heroes Then and Now series, YWAM Publishing presents David Livingston, Africa's Trailblazer, by Janet and Jeff Bench. And for you by Tim Bradley. For information about all
I can't hear it very well.
series, please visit our website, YWAMPublishing.com, or call us at
Me too.
888-2143.
Pop up for a minute, please.
Still alive. Something moved.
Mrs. Young, I think with everybody logging on, it's affecting how well it goes on the microphone. It's really hard to hear.
Okay. Oh, are the Hopedale people logging on?
I don't know, but with just you and I, it didn't sound like that. But now that there's more people in there, it's really hard to hear.
Okay. So we may just have to skip the book till we go back.
Well, not necessarily. I don't mind to read if you want to stop and interrupt for stuff that you want to talk about.
Okay. Well, and I could too. Can you guys hear my voice okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then I will just Okay. I will just read then, and you guys can just fill out as we go, and we'll try to read the first chapter, okay?
Okay.
It won't be nearly as entertaining as the guide, though, and I'll probably stumble over some words, so bear with me. And I better take a swig of my Pepsi first. Okay. Yeah, hey, stop that. Still alive. Something moved in the undergrowth. David Livingstone stopped in his tracks. Suddenly he saw the flick of a tail, a tan-colored tail with a tuft at the end. As he looked closer, he could make out the shape of a lion hidden among the bushes. Not a small lion, but one that must have weighed at least 400 pounds. And now it was no more than 10 feet away. Without taking his eyes off the huge animal for 1 second, David reached over his shoulder for his rifle. He put the stock of the gun to his shoulder and lined up the sights with the lion's eyes. Smoothly, he squeezed the trigger. Boom! The mouth of the rifle exploded in the flash of burning gunpowder. The lead bullet found its mark, slamming into the lion's neck. But instead of falling over dead, the lion stood roaring in agony. David watched in amazement as it crouched back on its hunches and then leapt forward. The rifle flew from David Livingstone's hand. Pain raced through David's body as the lion's jaws clamped down hard on his left arm. Each of the lion's razor-sharp teeth cutting into his flesh. Before David knew what was happening, the beast had lifted him into the air and was shaking him like a cat shaking a mouse. Then it dropped him and pounced again, tightening its vice-like grip on his arm. David felt the lion's hot breath against his body and its saliva seeping through his torn jacket. The animal rested its paw on David's head, and David could feel the point of each claw poised to rip his skull open. Through the searing pain in his body, David could feel his heart thumping wildly in his chest. He was dimly aware of the shouting in the background, but his world had narrowed to just him and the lion was winning. Again, the lion raised David effortlessly into the air and shook him. This time, David felt his skin ripping and bones breaking. Boom! Another gunshot rang out, and the lion dropped David Livingstone like a sack of corn. David lay on the ground, stunned and in numbing pain for a second, and then rolled over. God help us, he cried, and he saw the lion crouching yet again. Would nothing kill it? The lion lunged at David's helper, Mbalwe. The African fell to the ground as the lion locked its huge mouth around Mbalwe's thigh. The men from the village, who had been standing stunned and motionless as the attack took place around them, suddenly sprang into action. 5, 10, 15 spears were hurled at the lion. The lion made a final leap at yet another man, but the combined effect of the gunshots and the spears finally took their toll, and the lion fell over dead. That was the last thing David Livingstone remembered before he slipped into unconsciousness. When David came back around 15 minutes later, he found himself lying on the veranda of the mission house at Mambotsa. Fellow missionary Roger Edwards was anxiously bending over him, dabbing his wound gingerly with a damp cloth. Dazed, David tried to sit up. Searing pain shot through his left arm and through his body. He remembered the cracking of bone and the lion's teeth buried deep in his arm. Then all the other details of the attack came flooding back to him. Shocked, he realized he'd survived. But what about Mabalwe? Did he survive? David grasped Roger Edwards' arm with his right hand and asked about his helper. Yes, he's alive, Edwards assured him. He has deep wounds on his leg from the teeth, but I don't think anything is broken. Relieved, David slumped back down onto his back. At least no one had died trying to save him. Although most people attacked by lions in the wild were killed, somehow he had survived. It was all such a long way from Scotland, where the wildest animals he had encountered were the sheep that grazed on the hillside around the town of Lancashire, where he had grown up. If the people back there could see him now. Oh, it's chapter 1. That was quick.
Mrs. Young,
Yeah.
so did we answer number 2 and 3 and 4 and all that?
Number 1 was in there. Number 2 was in there.
I'm not sure.
Would it be the Mobatsa or something?
Yeah.
I don't really know if would number 3 be an opinion question?
Number 3. Think about like if you lived in this area where he was at. So yeah, it's kind of a thinking question.
I didn't quite get number 2.
Number 2 was in the town. Let me find it.
It's on that page.
It's on. Yeah, right
Yeah.
there.
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, this page, and then the name of the helper was also on this page too, I think. Isn't it? Yeah. Okay. 3 is more of, it's not really an opinion. It's thinking about the area and where he's living at this point. Like, was it safe? Is it dangerous? Is it hot? Is it cold? That kind of stuff. 4 is an opinion. So that's, you have to answer on your own.
So basically 3 is like the where basically where the lion attack took place and how I'm not really sure how to explain it, but
Well, if someone said describe where you live now, would you say you live in a safe place or a dangerous place?
Safe.
Would you say would you say that you have plenty of food and water and whatever, or that you don't? I mean, so that kind of idea is what they want there. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go ahead and read. Well, you know what I'm going to say? Let's go ahead and stop there, just because I need time to make sure I get my working before math. So you guys need to finish chapter 1 questions for tomorrow, okay? And then for science, don't forget to go do your reading and do the online Google Classroom form, okay?
I got that.
5th graders. 5th graders, please get off.
It's time for math 2.
Well, and actually, I'm going to
Not yet.
Right. I'm going to have you guys get off this meet too, 6th graders. You need to get off and get back on under math 2 because that actually has
Honey, she